building. High priestess in the building, didn't let my fears kill me. Transmuted my pain in that cleanse in the rain. Down out, I was worth it and I conquered my demons. I accepted my purpose and the goddess I became.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I know we're kind of getting there. So some things to avoid when you are either searching for your purpose or finding your purpose. What do you think are some things people should avoid?
Um, like obsessing about it. Being like, oh, am I
Right,
meant to be, like, am I psychic? Like, oh, I don't, if I was born with it, oh, I don't think I have it.
right,
I don't, like, am I meant to,
right,
why can I, like, why am I not, why is my name not getting out there? Why am I not getting a
right,
following? I've seen so many people create groups and, like whether it's readers or
right,
for different reasons, and they're not getting the followers immediately, and all of a sudden, like, group's gone. But
hmm,
just because the people following doesn't come immediately, it doesn't mean that they won't come. It just
right.
means, like, the right people, you have to wait for the right people. Do not get discouraged. Do not get, like, don't let ego step in your head. Like, don't let ego tell you you're not meant to do this. This is not your
Ooh,
purpose. Do not
yes,
let, you know, you need to find a state, like, if it's, you need to stick to your job, you need to work overtime, you need to, like, that is your, like, the
right,
job, making money, it's all about that. It's not about, yeah, we're not telling you not to make money, but don't let ego step in
right,
and
right.
fill your head with those things, because it will happen, I promise you.
I think people got to understand that I don't care what position or purpose you're in, you still have to pay your dues. Walking into it, you're not just going to step foot, oh, I'm so gifted. Everyone flocked to me because no spirit is sitting there looking at you like you still got to put that time and effort in.
Yes.
The first couple of months into when I stepped in as a spiritual profession, I was doing nothing but free readings. Everything
Mhm.
was free readings.
Right.
All my lives were free. And
Yeah.
even when I started to do donation base at the like towards the end of 2019, I started like $5 on my lives. It was like
Oh my
$5
God, I
donations. And
remember.
then before I went to $5, remember I had the open donation. So you
Oh
could
yes.
basically
Yep. I
donate whatever. And
remember
I
that.
actually forgot that, right?
I
But in
remember
the
that.
beginning of my path, I met I actually was listening to one of my first podcasts that I got to go on, which it's crazy how spirit aligns you with things that's coming, right? And
Yeah.
in, January 2020 was the first podcast I had ever been a guest on. And this guy brought me on him. And I was listening to it the other day, just listening to the conversation to see how have I changed in 2 years, right? And it's crazy because I was talking about, I was like, yeah, I do, a reading for $1 and I was just like, oh shit, I forgot all about that I used to just leave it open until people abused that. And I had someone who
Mhm.
sent me, I think, 10 cents one time. And that's where I got pissed and drew the line. It
Oh
was like
my
10
God.
fucking cents. Kid you not. The lady afterwards tried to come and say it was an accident, but I went off. And that's when I went to the $5. Look, okay, I went to the $5 minimum. And that I did not change that $5 minimum until damn near 2021. It was at the
I
end
know.
of 2020.
I know.
So, one, I knew the crisis of everything that was going on is why I had that where you could donate whatever and get a reading from me, but that the disrespect and spirit kept telling me though. Spirit kept telling me you need to change your prices. But I was just like,
Mhm.
no, I
Mhm.
don't want to charge. I had a no fuck that because some you put a lot of time and effort. And then so of course everything happens for a reason. And that 10 cents donation had me livid. I was like, oh, okay.
It takes that little thing, and you're like, okay, Spirit, you were
Right.
right. Yes.
And
Yeah.
then all my lives, what did I do? I went to fucking it's 1111. Now, that's not my one-on-ones, you guys, because no, you're not getting me on a one-on-one for $11. I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. But
No.
there was a time where I would charge what 20 like $20 for a full in-depth reading,
Oh my
and
God.
And then I would do 2 hours with someone. And I'm like, okay, $20. If you businessly, on the business aspect, if you start adding it up, you're like, damn, it's like $10 an hour. Can I live off that? You know what I mean? It's kind of like there is a business aspect that you got to kind of step back and say, okay, this is my profession. I need to look at that. And then somewhere in 2020, and I can't remember where in 2020, I had got to this level where spirit was giving me the message to increase my one-on-ones, my
Yeah.
private ones.
Yeah.
And I still was hesitant about it. Like, and spirit was
Yeah.
like, no, you need to. And so I was like, okay. So even though they're not crazy, it's not that extremely
No,
crazy.
it's
I
not.
don't think I'll ever raise them more than what they are. I don't
I
feel
mean,
the
I
need to.
remember the spiritual reading that I got from, oh my God, I was just like, it was 2 hours. And I was
Yeah.
just like, was it 2 hours or hour and a half? I can't
It's
remember.
about in that spiritual reading, I think I used to do for like $40 in the beginning. You know what I
Well,
mean?
now it's
Yeah.
like, what, 65 or 7? Like, I
I think
can't
it's
remember.
I think the spiritual one by itself is like
Oh,
70 something. I think
yeah.
the bang most people get the goddess package, which is everything. You want to look at
Oh, yeah, yeah.
everything, and I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
95, but that's
yeah.
like it could go up to like 3 hours. It's a
But
long ass fucking reading,
exactly
you
what
know?
I got from it, I remember like I have never cried so much, and everything was like that is what
Right.
you need sometimes that and if you can afford it,
Right.
invest in yourself, invest in
Right.
yourself. Like
Right.
if you can afford to take these classes, if you can afford to like do reading, find somebody who is legitimate, like somebody
Right.
who knows what they're talking about, whatever,
Right.
like go to her website. She offers so many different types of readings. I love them.
People
And
get lost on my website. I'm like,
I know. I think I did it the first time. But like invest in yourself. It's not a
right.
bad thing. It's about if you're feeling lost, it sets you on the right path.
Right. Right. Right.
And
Right.
that's what it
Right.
is. That's what it is. We all have those moments where we're lost. So that's why you go to somebody who is not on the energetic level that you are, who is not
Right.
on that frequency, because feeling lost lowers your frequency. So you want somebody to bring it
Mhm.
back, help you bring it back up, to
Right.
feel like, okay, I need to be on this is my path. This is the way I
Right.
need to go,
Right, right. Having a
Yeah.
spiritual kind of, if you want to call it connection or guide or teacher, I think is very important in your life, no matter what. Some people, of course, in like faith and religion will go to their preacher or their pastor or their, bishop or whoever. You go to that person for that knowledge. Spirituality is the same. You find someone that you trust and someone who can give you that enlightenment, because there are times when you're shifting and you don't realize you're shifting, right?
Yes. Oh,
And you
yes.
think the whole world is crashing down because you're doing something wrong. And spirit's like, no, you're not. You're not doing anything wrong. You're good. And you're like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah. Shifting sounds great. Hey, I'm ascending. Yeah.
And you're like, wait a minute, my whole world is like crashing. What do you mean I'm doing good? And it's, because when you get into the layers and ego and all of that stuff and the healing, things are going to shift, and having someone who can shed light on that, because when you're in it, even me, when I'm in my own shit, I have to reach out to someone because I'm in it. My feelings, my emotions
Yes.
are involved, and I
Yeah.
can't pull my cards because my cards are it's everything, and I
Yeah.
can't think straight. So you have to have at least one person that you trust that can give you some insight. And then when you really think about it, it's like, ooh, that's why I love working with Nicole. Nicole has become a
Oh,
beautiful friend. I can't
yeah.
wait to bring her back on the podcast. But you know what I do now after working with her? When I'm really sitting in my shit, her voice comes and it's like, what are you avoiding that you know that you need to?
I know. Oh my God.
What are you avoiding that you know the answer to? And I'm like, fucking what? Okay, I get it.
You're so right. And those are exactly her words. Like I'll message her and same thing. Like, when I'm in that place, I am just like, Nicole, oh my God. Like, and I told you, like, I've worked with her. She is
Right, right,
absolutely
right.
amazing, like
I just
beyond
started
amazing.
dying laughing. I'm like, okay, spirit.
And the way she always turns around, she's like, Jamie, ask yourself. So it's always the answer is within. The
Right,
answer is
right,
within, within, within,
right.
And it's like it's not, it's like sit with it, like go into a meditative state that you can ask the universe, what is it that I'm missing, what is it that I need to know.
Right,
If you
right,
are struggling that much, there is always help. You just need
right.
to like tap into it, you need to ask for it.
You really gotta connect with people you are comfortable and you trust, because I
Yeah.
noticed the level of trust I have with her, I don't
Hmm.
have that with everyone. And
Yeah.
so the only reason why the certain healers that I've worked with that have gotten through and we've done some amazing work is because the level of trust that I felt with them. You know what I mean? Like everyone doesn't have that. And so that you in the beginning when you're so confused, I think it's kind of hard to say, okay, who's who, what's what, where do I go? And of
Oh yeah.
course, Jamie's information will be, like I said, on the YouTube channel, to where to link up if you want to reach out to her. Same thing as my information will be there as well. You got to find someone that you can connect with and that's going to really help you. There are not a lot. You got to think of spiritual professions as every other profession, just like lawyers, doctors, mechanics. Not everybody is
Mhm.
honest. Not everybody is in that integrity,
Right.
right?
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
Not everybody can give you fucking, like, you go to the heart doctor. That heart doctor may not be able to tell you about your intestines. It's like some people specialize in specific things, and then some people have, you might have the general doctor that knows about everything. You have to remember spirituality is like that too, because not everybody can sit and give you that life advice. It's like,
No, you're right. You're right. And just like it's interesting you mentioned that holistically, like about taking Reiki, like now
right,
I understand. You know, we think that like when we're going through dark times, challenging times, it's just going to affect us emotionally or mentally. No,
right,
physically, your body is going to react. And it's not just those particular chakras, it's there are other parts of the body that that
right,
chakra affects, other organs. And learning that was such an eye opener. And it's like when I learned to every day, and yeah, granted, like when I was going through this last week, I wasn't that good about it, and I should have been because it would have helped. Like to align your chakras because I knew that they were not aligned. I knew that there were
right,
like, things like they needed to be cleaned out.
right,
And it is an absolutely different feeling. And then all of a sudden, it's like it's weird, like how the one like your kidneys could get affected by like, or your liver could get affected by
right.
I think it was the sacral chakra. God, if my Reiki teacher, I have to look back at that. And
Yeah. I
I
mean,
think
yeah.
I think it's that, or the solar plexus. Actually, I want to say it's the solar plexus.
It's
That's the one I want
probably
to say.
solar. I'm just kind of thinking of where they're
Yeah,
located. I'm like, it
yeah,
might be,
solar
but
plexus.
there's
Yeah.
organs connected to all of them. And that's you pushing yourself. And I tell people, push yourself to start learning about metaphysical. And I won't act like I know everything metaphysical because I'm just myself getting more and more into it to learn how
Hmm.
the organs speak to us and our body speaks to us and how
Yeah.
energetically entwined it is. But yeah, I
When your
think you,
third eye is closed, when your third eye is blocked, now, like that, I have gotten sinus, like for my
hmm
sinuses, like headaches right here.
hmm
Now, let me tell you, the heart chakra, if that's blocked, then everything else is blocked. Like
yeah,
that's the one that people need to. If you are working through stuff that you feel like is blocking your heart or
right,
causing it to like causing
right.
you to put up walls, work on that. Work on your heart chakra. Listen to meditations. Find a Reiki healer. Find, like there are some amazing ones. And although I'm not doing sessions, right, because I'm concentrating on other stuff, if you need somebody, uh, you can message me. I know more than one that are great.
Right,
And
right,
so, like, again, it goes back to investing in yourself. Because if you allow your heart chakra to get blocked, then all your other, everything else is blocked.
Yep.
So it's like, oh,
Yep.
that's when you feel horrible. So,
Yeah. I was the queen of ear, nose, and throat. Sinus especially
yeah,
in my life. When I look at just my life, and when I look at, I've been a pretty healthy person my whole life. I've never really had a lot of different things, but the ear, nose, and throat have been something throughout. When I look back, I'm like, damn, okay, we were trying to clean this shit out so many times. And then
exactly.
up until this path, I have been, I think I went through like a whole year with nothing, no ailments, no nothing, like a whole year. And then at the beginning of this year, oh, I got hit with the ear infections and stuff. And it was like, why is my sinus? And that's what made me get back
I
into looking
remember.
at metaphysical, because it was like, wait a minute, I've done like a whole year, without any issues. What is this coming from? Where is this coming from? And it made me
Yeah,
want to go into deeper. And then sure enough, I wasn't using my voice. I was suppressing things that I needed to get out. I was not seeing things that I needed to look at because of my love for certain people. I was still kind of turning a blind eye to some things that I needed to address. And of course, all of that within that couple of months ended up coming and me having to deal with it. And that's why I say when you're finding your authentic self on this purpose, you're gonna have to hit some issues that you don't want to because of your love for people. You're going to have to leave people behind that you don't want to, but certain people don't go to levels. The level, I'm not going to say like they're not ascending, like it's bad. They're going to their level, and that level might not be where you're headed. And unfortunately, you got to let some people go on this path. You will feel ailments of your body speaking to you when you are not where you need to be. That's the beauty of it, right? Your body's talking to you, your energy is talking to you. And when you're putting yourself in situations where you know damn well your spirit is like, we are not supposed to be here with these people anymore, you're going to be sick, you're going to be cold. And the things, when you start to look into the metaphysical reasons, it's because what are you not seeing? What are you not looking at? What are you not
right.
addressing? What are you not saying? And
Yeah,
then you work through it, and it's like, holy shit, if I had just said what I need to say. No, I was working and I conquered my demons. I accepted my purpose and the goddess I became.